I started just after you said that horribly racist thing. So.
I was quoting someone else. Once upon a time, South Park said.
I started afterwards, so they don't know what's up. Which racist thing?
Which thing did I say? South Park?
You could cancel me for a lot of them.
It was one of the voices. Pick which one.
Yeah, they're all voiced by two white men. Just so we're clear, the black guy.
I saw this is tangentially related, but not quite the thing I said before we started. When they were doing the, I saw like them recording an episode where one was a Japanese guy and one was a Chinese guy, and it's two white guys. Very similar picture to me and you right here. And one of them going like, "Did you know a Chinese and Japanese are not the same, Mr. Fukuyama?" I'm like, holy fuck! How was anybody surprised that someone got mad?
Well, I mean, I think nobody at South Park is like, "Oh no, we're being canceled." It's literally
for South Park. I don't know, whatever. They're grandfathered in, or they were funny enough,
or their
politics
I think they were
semi-retarded. But...
No. I think it's just like people are constantly like, "Can you believe what South Park did?" And they're like, "You're just giving them good press this time." Comedy Central's not going to cancel.
Are people talking about South Park still?
No,
Is it
I don't
on
think
still?
so. Yeah, they did the vaccination special. It was pretty funny, but
I remember liking it, but I also remember like their politics seem to be like, if you have any opinion at all, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think their idea was like, let's make fun of both sides, but their execution was, if you have any politics at all, you're a fucking retard.
They would have said, well, we make fun of everybody. It's like, no, but you're making fun of the concept of taking a stance on anything.
Which are honestly similar things. You can easily blur the lines between the two, just like Robin Thicke did when he raped that person.
If your only politics is making fun of shit, turns out your politics are stupid.
Or it's non-politics.
That's not politics, that's religion.
You have Jack Nungy politics.
Wait,
because the word none is in it. That's it. That was the only reason.
Wow.
That was
For
all
a
I had.
reference that I got...
Or you have Tim Allen politics. That's just Republican.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's funny.
I mean, perhaps if you were a gentleman involved in gangster activities and someone asked you how many crimes you do, you might say none, G. That was exactly as good as yours.
Yeah, but mine was quick and right off the bat.
Yes,
yours took 10 minutes.
I was doing satire. I was doing satire to show how bad yours was by drawing it out.
You're a bad man.
I don't actually think we should eat Irish children, but because I said it, now you know how bad your joke was. That's like the example of people not getting satire that everyone says. It's called a modest proposal, and a guy was like, I have an idea for how to solve the hunger in Ireland. Have them eat their children. And everyone was like, holy fuck, dude, you're insane. He was like, no, you are, because I don't think they should eat their children. I think we should stop taking all their fucking potatoes. Anyway, it's just bits. And we're behind.
So in Ireland they were growing and exporting potatoes, but they just didn't have any for themselves to eat.
Yeah.
Damn. I did not know that.
They were during the potato famine, Ireland was an exporter of food.
Why didn't they just stop?
They did a couple times, and there were wars over it, and eventually they won one. And now they're a corporate tax haven, so great.
Good for them.
Well,
some of them. Yeah, so's Dubai. So
I don't know if they have taxes in Dubai.
The joke, yeah, because their oil makes it up, just like Vegas and gambling. They're just like, it's free,
right?
Whatever.
It's like if you live in McCook, Illinois.
Oh, it's no taxes.
No taxes in McCook, yeah, because it's all there. I mean, there's like 6 houses, and the rest of it is just industrial shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so there's no property tax.
Nice, unincorporated places too. But wood fuck. Well, now I know where to buy. Now you know where to buy your cabin in the woods instead of doing in the actual woods. Do it in an industrial park.
I'm going to build a log cabin on an empty lot in McCook.
Yeah,
next to like a trailer and housing that used to be union, but the rest of it's knocked down now.
I like there's a gigantic Monsanto building, and then your log cabin, and then a gigantic Purdue building. Right?
Like up, except I never had a wife.
Yeah. I love just we're really trying to get him to move out. Why? I mean, you already have the two giant buildings next to each other. We just want to connect the two, really.
We want to build like a skyway between the two.
He won't let us.
Also, he keeps screaming.
He shoots a lot of people too. I mean, they do technically step on his property, but he purposefully does not mark his property.
I would, dude. If
He
I
keeps
lived,
setting up traps.
No, I
Just
wouldn't
leaves
set up
out money on his front doorstep and then sits there with the shotgun pointed
if
at
I,
it.
if I lived between a Monsanto and a Purdue factory, I would purposefully mark my property closer to my house than it actually was. So when they crossed the actual line, I could shoot them.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if
That's
they
what I'm
complained
saying.
about it, I would say, if you want me to stop, you have to abolish property. And I'm down with that. But until
And
then,
you can do it.
but until then, I am blowing you pharmaceutical
We've
fucks.
never had this actually affect us before. What do
And
we
by
do?
the way, I'm not shooting to kill. I'm shooting to maim the people at Purdue so they
So
have
they
to
have
get
to pay.
addicted to pain pills.
And also, Purdue has to pay for the insurance
Right.
as well.
I'm doing Saw. I'm doing Saw except
Okay.
only to pharmaceutical executives.
Yes, it's a corporate building we're talking about, not a fucking chicken factory, because those people have no power. And if they
No,
were being
I'll
shot,
I'll shoot those Purdue executives too in
No,
this
no, no.
hypothetical world that's not real. But,
no, they're not executives. They'd be if I'm saying a chicken factory where they.
Oh, I'm talking about Purdue Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I was talking about Purdue, the other one.
I mean, they're
the
also
chicken
bad.
one. Yeah. No, they're all bad.
But I mean, Purdue Pharmaceuticals push through drugs to
To
make
get
money
people-
because
yeah,
they're super
addicted to
addictive.
painkillers.
By the way, cartels are bad.
But Purdue.
Purdue creates jobs.
Very good.
Speaking of pushing, this is awesome. Great segue for me.
Oh no.
Speaking of pushing drugs through, sketchily, The Fugitive. It's a fucking amazing movie.
I haven't seen it.
We need to discuss. Oh, God damn it.
Yeah. No.
Well, okay,
worthless.
you know the scene where he's like, I didn't kill my wife, I'm Harrison Ford. And then Tommy Lee Jones is like, I don't care, I'm wet.
Oh yeah. I know that scene.
I thought that was the end of the movie. It's not. It's first 15
No,
minutes.
because doesn't he jump off and live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
G-
It's just iconic.
Got you to Peter Pan right here off this dam, right here. Tommy Lee Jones is the best of it.
You're really wasting these quotes. We gotta
No,
revisit.
people are getting them.
Oh, a touche.
No, I just realized that Tommy Lee Jones' character in The Fugitive is who I've been trying to be. I'd never seen the movie. I didn't know that's how he was. But that's exactly who I'm trying. He's awesome at his job, would be lost without doing a bunch of work. And he fucking is pissed about it the entire time.
I'm just trying to be Tommy Lee, so I get it.
I made a similar joke to that on Twitter. 'Cause in the
Nice.
opening credits of The Fugitive, it goes, Harrison, Ford, Tommy Lee, Jones. And for a second, it goes, Harrison, Ford, Tommy Lee. Wait, Harrison Ford do a movie with Motley Crue?
Harrison Ford was in the
Thanks,
dirt?
Neil.
I didn't know Harrison Ford was in the dirt. Nice.
He played Ozzy.
Nice. He snorted his own pee. I don't know how we got Harrison Ford to this one. We just did.
Didn't he snort ants and lick up his own pee, I believe?
Yeah. It's hard to keep track of what Ozzy did, though. Cause,
I don't know what he did for real. I know about that scene in the dirt.
yeah, you have to remember that he's
sure he-
retelling these stories that he did while fucking obliterated. So you could say he did anything, and Ozzy's just like, maybe. I might have.
Someone has been in my room and taken my biz away from my room. Have you not seen that?
No. From his show?
Remember when they had a show?
Yeah.
He walks out of his room and is like, Sharon, someone's taken my beers out of my room. She's like, I don't think someone did that, Ozzy. Who could do it? Who's the beer thief? You. You're the beer thief. And the entire time he's just like, no.
Because he's rotted his brain.
Oh yeah,
There's
ideal
nothing
life.
left up
Ideal
there.
life. He's a real smart dog or a real dumb gorilla. And he is happier than you.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't know. He has early onset Alzheimer's induced by all of the
It's not
drugs.
Alzheimer's, it's just rot.
It's like, you know what happens when you get an infection and you let it go? He did that to his brain.
Well, you know how one of the types of diabetes you get because you're Nick Jonas, and one you get from living a life like mine?
He's got type 2.
He's got type 2. He gave himself Alzheimer's.
The best is
And
just other
pharmaceutical
people's
execs
bits.
are going to use people like him to deny drugs to people who have honest, hard-working Alzheimer's.
I would like to go back to your cabin in between Monsanto and Purdue, by the way, because I like the idea of you just setting up traps for specifically like fucking like a Tesla charging station. Put that in the front, and then don't advertise that it is available for use, but don't anywhere explicitly say that you're gonna get shot. Like,
it's gonna be a big sign
be
that
used.
says, it's gonna say like a big sign that says, "This way, black man," that will say, "Actually, I'm not oppressed, and I believe in pulling myself up by my bootstraps." And all the rich white guys will walk over there, and then the ground will fall out, and it'll be punji.
Very, very good. I want a fucking, I want a poor orphan just sat on your doorstep with a bundle of money, and then you just wait for the guy to come
go
after.
And try and get it.
Yeah.
Like, would you like to buy a lollipop, young man? And then it turns out the poor orphan, she's not 13. She's actually 30. She's trying to fuck your husband.
They adopt her, take her money. She didn't need the money anyways.
Okay, she doesn't value money. She values fucking your husband, I guess. Who made that movie, by the way? Gotta talk to
Daniel Tosh
Gotta
is
talk
my
to him,
guess.
maybe.
He did a breakdown of it that was fucking phenomenal. He did like a 15-minute breakdown on Tosh.0 that was so great.
I don't want to rehash it, but that may be a similar phenomenon to when a weeb is like, I know she looks 13, but she's a vampire. She's 300 years old. What I'm doing's fine. This guy's like, no, she's 30. It's a psychological thriller. I think you're just fucked up.
You're just trying to convince a bunch
Am
of people
I?
to
Or
fuck
are
a
we all
13-year-old.
fucked up? No, you.
You're just trying to convince a bunch of people to fuck a 13-year-old, aren't you? He's like, I'm just saying age is just a number. Oh my god, The Orphan, age is just a number.
The Orphan 2?
No, I just like the new taglines for The Orphan. The Orphan. I really want to know who killed Epstein, but for different reasons than you do.
Because I'm mad at him. Yeah. Well, I'm also mad at who killed Epstein.
Because I wanted to
Not for
know some
killing
things. Yeah.
I wish there should be a documentary called The Orphan, Age is Just a Number, which is made by that guy. It's about how he's like, and now this is a true story. She's 30. And she's like,
Oh, he actually had this happen to his life?
no,
like
no. He's telling you that.
He's just trying to convince a jury that she was 30 at the time. Because it didn't come up till later.
I'm going to make a psychological thriller, which is, it at first appears to be a remake of Lolita. And then at the end, that is the Russian book about a guy that fucked a prepubescent girl.
Oh, I didn't know.
But it's literature.
So better.
It is. I mean, it's
just like Huck Finn.
It's like how in the Joker's a cool guy who you're supposed to like.
One more time.
In this novel, Dr. whatever his name is a cool guy that you're supposed to like. Definitely Nabokov thought that this was a good thing.
Well, just so we're clear, in The Orphan, the dad is like supposed to be a cool guy. You're supposed to be rooting for the dad.
I don't think he wants to fuck her though.
He's a little bit raped, but I mean,
just a little. I'm saying
there was some shady parts of it still. You're still a whole ass adult, and you think she's 13.
I feel a lot better about Keanu in that one movie than I do.
Because it was clear the whole time. He's like, no. And also, they were 18, so.
Yeah.
Way to be Keanu. He was free pizza. Free pizza. The best line. You haven't seen it? Oh, God, it's so good. It's so fucking funny. It's hilarious to watch. Because at one point, it's like, we
are getting off the Russian pedophilia novel. We're losing it.
You want to go back? Because
I'm just saying, I'm going to make something that, by the way, he's not a good guy. Vladimir Nabokov knows that he's not a good guy.
I got that you meant that.
No, so I'm going to make a movie that appears to be an adaptation of that, but then you widen out, and Robert Pattinson was in 9/11 all along. You widen out, and it turns out it's The Orphan. Turns out it was fine the whole time, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Or it's about then I guess the doctor in it makes the orphan. That's what it is. You widen out.
You're thinking of Frankenstein right now? Because I feel like he makes the orphan. Oh, I thought you were saying you made the orphan. And I'm like, Frankenstein monster, but if you fucked a monster, the monster was made of 13-year-old parts? Technically, these parts were just 13 when they died. Now they're all of consenting age.
And also, the brain's not 13. Oh, is the brain older than 13? Because everybody... No, it's younger. Well, goddamn! Well, no.
But he was only 11 when it died. Now it's 45.
No, we're killing you. We're done. I don't know why we entertain this with doing the electric chair. I'm hooking you up to the Frankenstein machine backwards so it turns you into a corpse.
One of his arms is actually 112, so technically he's molesting me.
Yeah, and he died 100 years ago, you freak. That is also why...
Just Frankenstein. Hang on, there's a lot more here about Frankenstein just being like, coming up with reasons why it's cool for him to fuck the monster. You're like, yeah, technically I'm his dad, but...
This should be funny with the normal Frankenstein's monster.
That's what I just changed it to that.
Yeah,
I don't know if you...
I know I'm his dad, but...
Okay, technically he's
Listen,
like
Igor.
8 minutes old, so you
Igor.
can't suck his dick. You just can't suck his dick.
Igor, you will go... I don't care if you're tired. You will go back to that graveyard until you get me an ass as fat as I asked for.
You'll go get back to that graveyard until you find a brain that will consent to all the freaky shit I want to do. Go to the trauma ward. Anybody who died from rectal anything. Let's just get them.
Talk about getting abnormal brain. Am I right?
Nice. Just getting head from the Frankenstein monsters. Yeah. I mean, technically you're 3 minutes old, but your brain's 100. So.
And in the book, Frankenstein was super intelligent. So.
Well, eventually, but he started off really dumb, and then he gained consciousness over time. So
okay, so you can make a Frankenstein and fuck it. You
just gotta wait.
And groom it like Woody Allen.
It's like. You like that, Daddy? Oh, don't call me Daddy.
Nah,
don't call me Daddy.
I'm the kind of gross that wants to fuck a corpse, not my son.
A living corpse, again in court. Just like technically,
it's fucking green. Victor, it's green.
But what?
Yeah. What did I find in your browser history about the movie Avatar? Huh?
They
so
were
blue's
blue.
Fine, but green's not. And
part
plus
of him's
ants.
Blue.
He's a human. He's a dead human, but he's
100% human. 100%.
There's no ponytail pussy on this monster. You're the weird one.
100% can consent. Frankenstein's in the courtroom testifying. He's like, after he's gotten like much smarter. Yeah. He's like, it was weird at first because I had the intelligence of a toddler, but I grew up with it. At what age can you fuck Frankenstein?
Of course, has been groomed and abused, so he thinks that's making it cool.
Yeah.
And the judge is like, we gotta either take you apart or do something. We gotta fix you somehow.
Yeah, what do they do? It
might be killing you. I think they kill him.
Oh, Frankenstein?
No, the
monster? Yeah, they kill him.
Yeah, okay.
They burn him alive. I'm saying, what do they do when somebody like gets molested at 13, but then gets groomed, and then when they're 21, they're like, I'm not pressing charges. There are so many.
I don't know what they should do. I'm sure they let it slide.
There's so many goddamn loopholes in the legal system. It's such bullshit. Like, you could fuck Frankenstein, if, for example.
I mean, it's almost like the legal system's got nothing to do with justice, and it's just about protecting property and power.
Get him.
Let's talk about a happy story.
Wait, I wanted to. I think what?
Big Stock Boat.
I don't know that. Oh, Evergreen. Nice. Yeah. I call it Evergreen.
Yeah, Big Stock Boat sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's just funny.
It's hilarious. It might crash the world's economy. There was a chance for a minute there that everybody's like, well, COVID, then this.
Well,
we might be fucked.
It's funny from my perspective because I'm pretty sure the Suez Canal has something to do with imperialism.
Oh,
like anything
positive.
That's in Egypt and old, like
anything that connects to existing bodies of water, white people killed somebody for it.
Right.
I guarantee
like how we
it.
Stole Panama. Yeah.
Teddy
Roosevelt's
we have
badass.
100-year lease on Panama that we just welched on. That we're like, by the way, nah. America had a 100-year lease on Alaska also. And well, what America has figured out that after 100 years is up, they don't
Everyone
take this.
forgot.
They don't. No, everybody who signed that thing is dead, and now Americans have just lived there for long enough that we're like, we'll go to war if you try and take it back. And they're like, we got fucked, but my grandpa got fucked.
Someone was like, I will start a war with the United States, and then like John Bolton was like, you promise? Fucking love wars, buddy. Let's do it. How many of your people do you think I can kill at once? I'm going for the high score.
I'm going for they dropped the nuke on Hiroshima and Nagasaki not because they had to, but because they wanted to. America is a psychopath that just was given it.
It is like We save so many lives by dropping the bombs on civilians.
That is the argument that everybody makes. Is like, well, yeah, by killing civilians who never wanted any part of this, we saved a lot of lives.
We saved a lot of a lot of the lives of soldiers and intimidated the Soviet Union.
I mean, technically, because we were like the guy who cut his own throat at the beginning of the fight, and we're like, I'm crazy, man. I'll do anything to win this fight.
Fucking go.
Yeah, really. I am. That's why so many Americans identify with the Joker, is because they're like, well, yeah, you should kill civilians to save soldiers who.
That's normal. That's how our culture works.
Just
that's, by the way, that's why we're not at war with Iran. Because
same culture.
We yanked our femur out and stabbed Soleimani with it, and then we're like, "You want to fucking do this, buddy?" And they were like, "No, you fucking psycho! It sucks that you own the world, but what am I gonna do about it? You've got another fucking femur."
Oh, by the way, a lot of the Middle East has a fucking identical culture to ours. Like, they're just the negative of all culture. The same exact thing. It's like. Yeah. Religious fundamentalism is thrown up as the biggest, most important thing all across the news.
Right, like, I hate you goddamn leftists, and also I hate Muslims. Well, fundamentalist Islam is pretty fucking right wing.
It's so that's why Muslims. There's democratic Muslims. Never mind, but
they're just.
I had a point.
Just Christianity generally is a problem, but most Christians are fine. You know.
Yeah.
The same is true of every religion other than Judaism, because I don't want any shit.
Wait, that's Judaism is the only one
Judaism's
that's not
the only
fine?
One that's fine.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying the opposite. It's like all of them are okay except for Judaism. I'm like, I think you really bit the bullet here.
Well, Judaism is actually pretty dope. Like, it's cool.
He has a gun to his head right now.
Like the way white women talk about crystals and Buddhism, I'm like, Judaism seems pretty cool. And like the weirder forms of Catholicism. The ones that aren't about boy fucking, but are about trying to figure out, like, is he his dad? And who's the Holy Spirit? What is 3?
Why are they always in me? Fun fact, my dad's favorite number is 3. Can you guess why?
Is it because of the
Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, baby?
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting thing to make an identity out of.
And other fun fact, the only adult whose favorite number I know and is brought up in conversation often.
I think you know my favorite number.
I don't think you're an adult. I don't know I'm saying like 50s. My dad's 60, but whatever. I don't know my mom's favorite number, just to put this in perspective.
Well, it might be 1488.
No. What year did they make the 13th Amendment? That's my mom's favorite. For the reason you think it is.
For that one word.
For the word but or except.
No, my favorite, well, other than 1312, it's 69.
What?
69.
Why would 1312?
ACA, baby.
Oh my God. That's not even 69 and 420 are the only acceptable meme answers.
1312 is a meme answer. What do you think? Politics is real? We can't do anything.
Get him.
We could do that.
We have a live podcast and tickets are available. Oh my God. I totally forgot. They've been available for like days. I haven't said a word about it.
You guys should buy those.
It's April 23rd, so we've got some time.
Yeah, but you buy them.
Oh, yeah. Capacity's 30, so seriously, they're going to sell out.
I hope I got that day off.
Gulp?
I mean, I'll get it off now.
I'll take your shift. It's
well,
yeah, no. A live podcast April 23rd,
yeah, no,
Lincoln Lodge.
Great opportunity for a sting operation.
Oh, yeah, rate it. You know exactly where we'll all be and the time and when we'll be leaving and where we'll be sitting, honestly.
And I'm going to be loud. I'm not going to be surreptitious.
Very findable, honestly. But capacity is 30 because it's a live fucking podcast and I didn't want to do like a big venue.
And we don't cough on each other.
Yeah, the socially distanced, everybody 6 feet from everybody. Capacity for tonight, you can't get tickets for tonight because it's going to be last night by the time I post this. But for Terminus, it's probably going to sell out time. So April 23rd, get your tickets. The link will be in the bio this time because I actually set up the fucking ticket link.
And then you can come to our show and watch us.
Do this live.
You can watch the Chicago police do the 4th worst thing they've ever done, which is arrest us.
So, Trial of the Chicago 7. then
Okay, fifth.
oh my God, you had 4.
Fred Hampton, Trial of the Chicago 7,
Okay.
gave me a parking ticket.
Oh my
Falsely arrested
God.
Richard Kimball in The Fugitive. Correctly arrested me on April 23rd.
Best thing they ever did, however, is the Blues Brothers movie. I would like to say, because they crashed all those cop cars.
I choose to believe that the Belushis stole those crop cars.
I have another one. Best thing they ever did is raise the suicide rate for police officers. That
pretty
was
cool, you
the
guys.
meanest thing I'll ever say. I think it went up recently, by the way.
Just
so
one more thing.
if you're a cop, real quick, if you're a cop who's about to kill himself, quit. That's all.
Don't be a cop.
Not hard.
Just don't be a cop.
Knock it off. Quit.
Kill the part of
And
you
also
that's a
see
cop,
therapy.
But
Absolutely.
Don't see the cop therapist because the cop therapist says it's okay.
Yeah.
Shooting them is okay.
Yeah, don't see a police-sponsored therapist. Oh, God, that sucks. That sucks so hard. Like, because I bet if Nazi Germany had therapy ability, then there would be Nazi therapists, and every time they kill like a gas chamber full of Jewish people, they'd go to the Nazi therapist and be just indoctrinated back into the system.
You have to accept
Go
yourself.
outside of it, because if you go to one Jewish therapist, what do you think he's gonna say? What do you think he's gonna say? You're like, no,
I don't know.
no.
I think a Jewish therapist would be justified in driving a Nazi insane.
Oh, like
if you're a Jewish
he's
therapist
Bugs Bunny, and the Gestapo guy is the fucking the
Elmer Fudd?
No, the conductor. I want to say.
I don't know what.
You know how the Bugs Bunny used to have shorts in front of every movie. We're taking a quick right turn from Germany, and he used to have shorts in front of every movie. We were fucked with an opera conductor for like 5 minutes before every movie started.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, that's where Bugs Bunny started fucking with people. That was the beginning.
Wasn't Elmer Fudd?
No, that's where he
anything.
started.
I feel like it.
I'm pretty sure that's where he started.
Anyway, if you're a Jewish therapist and a Nazi wants to get therapy, you Hippocratic oath, you get a mulligan on this one. Teach him to think he's his own mother, or something.
Current day equivalent, if you're a black therapist and a cop comes to you, you could Bugs Bunny
or
his
if
ass.
you're a Jewish therapist and a cop comes to you. You guys never really get a break.
Or if you're a Mexican therapist, or if you're... I was just going to keep listing. Asian, now also on the list. It was on the list before, but now it's more prevalent.
Time,
yeah.
Just getting more and more like Australia.
The cop. Did you see the cop who straight up?
Day?
Yeah, who was like, that guy who killed all those specifically Asian sex workers. He was just, I mean,
so
you've had a bad day at work, right? I mean, we all have a bad day at work and shoot people, right?
Everybody knows when you have a bad day at work, you slowly kill yourself with unhealthy habits. You don't kill Asian people because you're mad about how horny you are.
Which also, those are the ones you can fuck, by the way.
Yeah.
Did he just forget his
There's
wallet?
White prostitutes.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna kill, I don't think it was sexually.
It was
for sure sexually motivated, but I don't think the sexual motivation was that he was the one guy whose card got declined. I don't think that was it. I think it was
some weird psychological.
These feel
thing.
too soon. These feel too soon.
It does feel a little too soon. I mean, what? It's not gonna. Nothing's gonna.
Is there a thing you could donate to?
You can't do too soon with mass shootings because there's gonna be another one.
Oh yeah,
tonight.
that's fair.
That sounds like I'm planning.
Yeah. Well,
it's okay. Come to the Terminus Theater.
Well, this is going to air the day after, so if this podcast never airs, then you know what?
Then rest in peace, me and you and everyone else at the Terminus Theater tonight.
For real. I don't know if there's anybody. There's one guy.
There was. There was like a mass shooting immediately after that, the one we're talking about.
What?
There was this one, and then there was another one in Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah. Fuck it.
And Ted.
No. Boulder was first.
I can't fucking keep track of it.
I know, right? They were hours. Like, the difference was hours.
And Ted Cruz said the immortal line, Democrats try and take away your guns every time there's a mass shooting.
Yeah, it's every few days
this is getting ridiculous, Democrats.
Australia.
Yeah, I mean, gun control, if they do it, it's going to suck. There's good ways to do it, and I guarantee they won't pick those. If you believe in gun control, but you think the cops should have guns... What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you think shooting people?
People who just almost were cops.
And well,
is there a thing? Is there a fund that you know of? Because you always know the funds. I feel like we should put it above our link for tickets for our live
show. Probably that.
Did a few too soon jokes. This is my immediate apology. We'll go back to talking about, I don't know.
Well, no, I'm not squeamish about these jokes because.
Well, yeah, we're not. I'm saying anybody listening.
I'm saying if you're uncomfortable with those jokes, fine. If you're mad at me about those jokes, what exactly the fuck did you think I was going to do about it?
Yeah.
You can't get mad at people who don't have any power.
Either that or, you know what, we'll put the fund for Kellen to get an AR-15 and stand outside in front of events.
And, get the right ones.
To keep people, yeah. How long?
You know what would get me shot quicker than that? Giving voters water bottles in Georgia.
Or selling water bottles in certain places, as a lot of youth sells water bottles.
Yeah.
People getting out of concerts. I can't tell you the amount of concerts I've gone to, and walking out of it, people are selling dollar waters, making a gigantic profit. No laws against it. Cop comes and busts it up, and it's like, dude, the bucket drummers too that they have all over Chicago,
which is good.
They have to get permits now. They have to pay the city to drum on fucking buckets.
Yeah, buskers are really a source of income for you, city of Chicago. Number 6.
Buskers?
That's what that is, isn't it?
Buskers?
Yeah.
Really?
Busking is when you play music on the street or...
I have never heard that before in my life.
Anyway, I was referring to the Georgia thing because getting mad at jokes are what we do. I'm being a cancel culture guy right now, apparently. Getting mad at jokes is what we do because we can't do anything else. So,
I understand it, but don't do it. There's other things we can do, and it's get them. But barring that,
buy our shirts that say "get them." Anyway,
we just scream ourselves until we get sad, and then we're like, what's Kanye up to? What's Kanye doing?
I don't care what Kanye's up to, but Lil Nas X is doing stuff.
Hang on, real quick. Eventually, McCarthyism's gonna make a comeback, and somebody's gonna be like, "You hate America." I'm gonna be like, "I've been fucking clear about that. Yeah. You cannot."
Are you now, or have you ever been a member of the DSA?
All the time.
Yes!
I'm not afraid of getting canceled on this podcast because of how much I want to fucking leave this place. But unfortunately, it's the only goddamn place you can get a good cup of coffee. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
42.
I absolutely fucked up my mic. Hang on a second.
Yeah, I thought you were fixing it, and you were.
I absolutely fucked
ruining
it. I might just leave it here. It's right on my chest.
You can probably get good coffee in Greece.
Yeah, but their economy. I think there's a few places I would move, but I have such an infrastructure here. That's the thing.
Yeah, all my shit's here, man.
That's true.
When am I gonna go to some other country that's basically governed by the U.S.?
And also, you're just abandoning the country, which sucks because I want it. I yell about these things because I think that we could be better. If anybody ever comes at you from a rightward perspective, the gist of their argument is, stop whining. It's your fault that this sucks for you. And the core of our argument is not that it sucks for us. Yeah. No.
It's that it sucks for other people, and we should be and it sucks for us, but it sucks worse for other people. And me leaving and it no longer sucking for me sucks exactly the same for everybody who's in my boat now, and it sucks exactly the same for the people who have it worse than us.
The reason democratic socialists exist is not because we want the stock market to be great, but it's because we want poor people to have food.
Yeah, and stock market's not about that shit. Want to talk about the fucking Snyder Cut?
Change the stock market to be that it's a direct correlation between how many people in your country go hungry and how much your dollar is worth. That is Star Trek rules, by the way, because Star Trek no longer has currency. Star Trek is like literally utopia. It's fucking wild.
But it's all militarized, which is eh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's cool though. It's better. It's better.
Everybody has because I mean, if you give everybody a universal basic income, how long can you really not work before you just go the fuck insane?
Before you start doing stuff.
Every rich person in the world, somebody who has like a trust fund or enough money, they work a job that they like. Like they work for a charity,
being rich means you get to do a job that you like, and being poor means you have to do a job that
Yeah.
you don't like.
It takes the power away from the labor and gives it to 2 people. It's 2 people now. God, that'll never stop driving me insane. It's Elon, my boy, and Jeff Bezos. We could just get Jeff Bezos. Just Jeff Bezos.
No, this is what's gonna.
No.
This
We're
is
just
gonna be
getting
the leftist infighting because I will not just get Jeff Bezos. We're getting them both.
No. Just Jeff Bezos.
Just Bezos.
That's everything. Elon can stick around.
No, he can't.
Okay.
He's worse in the long run.
But where are we going to get our emeralds from? Come on. How are we going to play?
The same people are going to mine them, but then we'll just give them money this time instead of owning them.
How are we going to play Shark without emeralds? I think that game had a lot of emeralds in it.
Shark?
I'm thinking Sonic. Sonic had a lot of emeralds in it.
Sonic had emeralds in it?
Okay.
They were the Chaos Emeralds.
Okay, there it is.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds, Obama chuckled?
Huh?
There's some fan fiction that Obama's in about the Chaos Emeralds, and there's a great line from him that says, "You mean the Chaos Emeralds?" chuckled Obama.
I like all the Knuckles lines. Nice cock.
That is a Buzz Lightyear line for me.
What?
Hey, nice cock.
Also,
Well,
very
no,
good.
that was more. That was
I think
Joe
it's
from
an
Family
everybody
Guy.
line.
No, I'm thinking of the Tumblr account Buzz Lightyear Huge Cock. It's not a porn account. That's just their name.
It's a good name. I'm Connor and I support this name.
I don't think he actually has a huge cock.
Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah, I think he's a
it's a
genetically
Ken doll.
engineered spaceman, and they don't want him fucking, so they genetically engineered him with small cock. Like John 117, Master Chief. He's got no dick.
But he is a murder machine.
He's a murder machine, and he's got no dick, which is fine because his wife is a computer.
I think the only person who has a KD rate close to Obama is probably John.
Well, I mean, Trump and George W. Bush and Biden in 3 years.
Trump killed a bunch of people?
Yeah.
I know he murked a general.
Oh, they were doing drone strikes.
Oh, they just kept the drone. Okay. I don't know. Who do
That machine don't turn off.
The war machine?
Yeah, the killing brown people. If we turn off the kill brown people machine,
Then
we will
the stock
immediately
market
collapse.
actually affects.
We will immediately collapse.
Oh, the amount of money. There's a reason 70% of our budget is military expenditure because that's. God, we suck. Well, I mean, what do you expect when we just stumbled into being built upon a war machine and then we're shocked when our politics suck absolute dick?
Yeah, it's all going wrong. You want to talk about the fucking Snyder Cut or the Lil Nas X music video?
Well, the Snyder Cut sucked. I heard.
I bet I would. I haven't watched it. I
It's
bet I would like
4 hours. It's a
it. 4
hateful
hours,
8.
and it's fucking stupid. And I bet I would like it.
It's hateful 8, though. I thought
Is it?
that's the same length. It's 4 hours. Is
The
hateful. 8.
length of Hateful Eight didn't bother me.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't.
Long as
I was watching Hateful Eight, and I was like, I got it.
I
I know what's going on.
I was watching Hateful Eight, and I was mentally editing it to be like, there's 30 minutes you could cut here. Just that first glance, first go through, you could cut 30 minutes.
I wasn't even putting that much effort into it. I watched it for 30 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I know what this movie is. I don't need to watch
Oh, the
rest
first 30 minutes you can lose them entirely. It changes
No, but
after
here's
that.
does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
No, yes.
Or is it a fucking Tarantino movie?
It's a fucking Tarantino
I've
movie,
seen
but
those.
Yeah, but he does a good job after. It's either the first half hour or the first hour. You can almost entirely lose it, and you could. There are so many points where I had to pause the movie because I was about to start screaming. You could have started right here, and then I've seen this movie before, so on the second watch through, I was like, could have started here, could have started here,
Well,
could
the
have started
consensus I've
here.
heard about the Snyder Cut is that a movie shouldn't be that long, but this one has to be.
I heard it
And
was.
it's better than the Whedon version because we made it shorter, but took out things that mattered.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even think that the fucking and somebody come at me for this one. I don't think that any of the MCU movie, what is that? The
This is
Avengers
DC.
movies. No, but I left my computer on this entire time.
I don't think anyone noticed until you just said that.
Touche. Well, yell at me if you did. No, the Avengers movies. I don't think any of them should be as long as they are. They're all fucking long as shit. I think you
Yeah.
can lose some goods if you just cut a character. There's some characters that just don't need to fucking be there.
I like the Marvel movies. I
like them too.
I was young enough and got into them early enough that I'm just like I'm
great.
Here's the thing. I refuse to look at those movies critically. It's like going to McDonald's
That's a good point.
and being like, this burger, the flavor profile is off. I'm sure it fucking is.
That's a good point. Okay, touche. Yeah, no, people misunderstand my criticism for hate for things. Simpsons, lose the first season. My favorite show out there. WandaVision. Skip the first episode. Still a phenomenal show.
People might do that. I'm not doing that. I hate your criticism of things because why are we doing it?
Why are you criticizing
Why are you
McDonald's?
thinking about shit? This is supposed to be entertainment.
That's fun
It's supposed
for
to
me.
make you feel less conscious.
Just to explain it to you, that's capitalism is so fun for me. I love it. It's such a great game to play. I love Monopoly. You get me?
But Monopoly's fun because at a certain point you get to get mad and leave.
I've always finished the game. I get mad when other people leave the game.
And yeah, so you want to cut off... Wait, no. You want to watch all of Monopoly, but you don't want to watch all of a movie.
Yeah, the crushing in somebody else's eyes, that's fun for me. I recognize that. This is why I like roast battles, is because destroying another person feels good. I recognize that's a bad part of me, so I need to find creative outlets like Monopoly.
No,
and
the
make
creative,
it fun of
the
WandaVision.
creative outlets are the fucking bread and circuses. If you like destroying people, what you do is destroy the people who like destroying people. And then you live out a taut psychodrama of being the last warrior in a society that's destroyed warriors.
Mad
and you
Max
did the right thing.
or
you
Last
got rid of the
Samurai?
people that should have been gotten rid of. But what do you do now? You can't live in a world without war, Captain America.
Oh, that's the plot of World War Z. The guy makes all the hard decisions. One of the plots, because a good
The
World War Z. Yes, the Redeker plan. Wow. Deep cut. World War Z. God, dude, they need to make.
World War Z is really good.
I told you about my idea for the series, right? Make an episodic series of World War Z and stop when the fucking movie ends. When the book ends, I mean. So each chapter is an episode. They're whatever fucking length, because length doesn't matter anymore. So one of them is like 4 minutes and another is like an hour and a half. But each one's an episode. Release that shit on Netflix.
And it's very fucking clear that runtime does not matter.
No, runtime doesn't matter anymore at all, especially for something episodic like that. I stop shit halfway through all the time. You don't need to finish an episode in Netflix anymore, especially if you're binge watching. Runtime does not matter anymore. Literally, if I watched a show and one episode's 7 minutes and the next episode's an hour and 40, I don't give a shit.
If it fits.
Yeah, if it makes sense, especially if it's for something like World War Z, such a phenomenal book. I want to do that really bad. That's my blank check. That's what I'm doing. If I ever get handed a blank check, I'm like, we're making a series.
If I get handed a blank check, I'm gone.
You're buying a wife and a cabin, and you're getting it.
No. I'm buying remastered editions of every Far Cry game since Far Cry 3, the Skyrim Ultimate Edition, and all of the beer that is currently in the Pabst Blue Ribbon Factory. And that ought to last.
I like you, unions. Also, man, God, start a union. Anyways, I like the idea of you getting a blank check and then you go to the GameStop and they're like, "What are you buying?" I was like, "I'd like all of these copies of a game," and then you accidentally fill out the check for it, and you're like, "Oh no! Now it's only for like $112."
A couple of Far Cry games.
I was supposed to cash this. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, God damn it.
Told him 1,000 times, make it out to cash.
Well, it's a blank check. You don't have to.
Name the movie.
I have no idea.
It's School of Rock.
Catch me if you can.
No, there's checks in it though.
Jack
it's
Black,
School of
me
Rock
if you
because they
can.
make it out to Ned Schneebly because he's pretending to be his friend, and I think Sarah Silverman punches him.
He usually does. Sarah Silverman. I like her.
Yeah, me too. She's pretty good.
Got her forward, and I approve of Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
That's
Not
it.
much for us to say. And you all knew she was good, and we're just saying.
Yeah,
Yep,
we're just confirming.
Yep.
Michelle Wolf's better, but she doesn't act. She just does stand up.
Yeah, I just mainly like Sarah Silverman for School of Rock.
Just her tiny.
I've seen her in other things, and I tend to like her when I see her, but she is the girlfriend from School of Rock.
Fair.
Means I was drunk yesterday. That's the only Richard Linklater movie I like, though. The rest of them think they're smarter than me.
Well, aren't they?
No. Waking Life thinks it's smarter than me. It's not.
I don't know, man. Richard, whatever his last name is,
Linklater.
has a retirement plan thing.
Does he? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he thinks life isn't
SAG just gives you one.
real. Okay, well.
They give you a pension.
Is he an actor?
Well, I mean, I assume there's a guild.
He was in Waking Life.
Yeah.
I bet I would like Waking Life now. Because now I'm all into what's real, altered states of consciousness.
Fear and
I
Loathing
very
in
much
Las Vegas.
enjoy it when I put microdoses of acid in my IPAs so that I can come up with good ideas for my boss.
That is something you would. That's
Nope.
your midlife crisis.
No, if it's a crisis, it's not a microdose.
By the way, microdosing acid is probably pretty impossible because
I've heard of it as a thing you do to be good at business.
I know, but you dose by the drop. So how are you going to get less than a drop?
No, but it works like homeopathy. So if you dilute it less, that's a smaller dose.
Dilute it less.
Yeah.
You just killed 1,000 people.
This is real. If one tab of acid is too much for you, what you want to do is dissolve 2 tabs of acid in water.
And then drink that.
And then no. Then you distill that, boil the water off, and then you just chew on that little bit of, I don't know,
Paper?
dust or gunk that's left. That's just pure God cum.
And then you're going to want to just go right to the hospital because you're going to need to be there.
Because you're going to need to be somewhere safe, and you're not going to care where you are.
Nice. What you want to miss is
Go somewhere with bedpans. You're not going to feel the fucking catheter.
You might feel like
Yeah, but it's not. You're going to be like, I don't know. It's going to be a metaphor for something.
This is the first time I've been a woman. That's probably what a
That's
catheter.
how.
Somebody who thinks transitioning is just getting a catheter. It's just docking.
No, some guy gets a catheter and he goes, "Wait, I love this. I'm transgender."
That's
and the
how he
nurse is
figures it out.
practically explaining, like, "No, you're just into sounding. I'm not approving HRT for you."
I'd like to hit for years he has to fight the court system to be like, no.
And this is the one time that the court system was right about it.
The one time the court system is like, just put a dick in your dick, and then just do it once,
Honestly,
and then we'll
I support
talk.
this guy. Wait, there is whatever court system is like. Do you really think you're bi? Are you really? Whatever court system's doing that. Everybody who likes sounding wastes their time by claiming to be transgender.
Also, yeah, any court system that's like you have to go through approval process to become yada yada yada, unless you have like previous mental something or other. Well, I guess, but a lot of people who would be trans would be fucking diagnosed with some bullshit. Where it's like, oh, you're crazy. No, I just should have a penis.
Being trans is hard, so a lot of them have other shit going on.
And also, if you want to make a bad decision, like, I'm not saying fucking trans is a bad decision, but if the one person who made a fucking mistake by going trans or whatever the fuck, and then they're like, oh no, I regret it. Okay, that's fine. One guy's a lot.
People regret things.
People regret so much fucking shit.
And
it's not the job of the government to tell you what you can and can't do.
And by the way, the medical community has a spotty record with understanding gay shit.
Spotty is the nicest way you can phrase that. They're all right at it.
Some of them are now. They just passed a law in Arkansas where queer people can be denied health care.
One more time?
Well, if you're a doctor and you're like, if I touch a gay person, there goes the neighborhood. You can be like, no, fucking that.
Makes me so
that boil
sad.
is, I guess, gonna kill you.
Come see our live show. I mean, what do you do to things like this? What do you do? Go to Arkansas?
Slowly go insane and care so fucking much about what the culture says because that's all we can do now. So you know what?
If you cancel us,
abortion
I'm
rights
just gonna be like,
are for the people that still have reproductive rights in this country.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the fucking rocks. All right.
We're a few minutes away from it not being okay to be straight anymore. Only lizard people can get married.
like reproductive rights, like abortions and what Planned
Oh
Parenthood.
yeah, because it's not okay in Alabama anymore, right?
So for the people in this country that can get STD tests or pregnancy tests or abortions or whatever it is, it's on the fucking rocks for them. Well, no, it's on the fucking rocks.
Get your abortions now.
It's on the rocks for them. You know what we can do about that? Do you know the only thing that we can do about that?
Nah.
Wonder Woman's nice to a little girl on TV. That is the only fucking thing we can do. And that's why anybody gives a shit about that.
Yeah.
Because
because we can scream that. But why don't we just start screaming fucking politicians off the stage?
Because that's mean.
And
because the way you do politics is by doing a fucking Aaron Sorkin script.
And it's because everybody's always been trying to scream politicians off of their platform, and they've just gotten so good at not letting. I mean, Trump, for example, did so much shit that easily could have gotten him knocked off for any other president, but it's just like politicians have gotten so good.
Other president. It turns out it doesn't matter. It turns out it never mattered. You never had the power you think you do. And people
Nixon
instead of Nixon did all. No, he chose to resign. Bad move, Nixon. You would have
You
been fine.
bitch. You could have. I don't know.
You had Roger Stone too.
Well,
No, to be fair, Nixon was before.
didn't
Nixon
his
was
VP
like-
immediately pardon him too?
Yeah, Gerald Ford.
The shadiest shit.
No, it's not shady like Gerald
'Cause
Ford was
the
in on it
winners
with Nixon.
write the
Gerald
rules.
Ford was now the president, and you know what Gerald Ford thought when someone said, "Should we set a precedent that the president can be held accountable for anything?" And Gerald
No.
Ford was like, "No."
It's football, but Tom Brady gets to write the rules. That's what's happening.
And why the fuck do you think you haven't heard about Trump? Because they don't want to talk about.
Oh
him
no, he
anymore.
got. Well, also he's off everything.
No, but if liberal politicians like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi cared about Trump, they'd still be talking about him. They'd still be like, he just got away with a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
Want him to get away with shit.
because then they can.
So what we could do is recognize we don't. None of the things we thought gave us power, like voting or the press, turns out those don't give us any power.
We can take it back.
So we could, but we think politics works like a walk and talk sequence
Hey,
in an Aaron Sorkin movie.
If nobody pays a parking tickets just go away. Just so we're clear. If nobody pays
Then they
parking
go
tickets,
away, yeah.
they're gonna make an
If
example
nobody pays
of
their student debt,
he's gone.
it goes away.
But that.
But no one's gonna do
But
that.
somebody's gonna
because
pay it.
People
Yeah.
think the way that politics works is you have conversations with people.
Yeah.
You go to the halls of power and have good ideas, and that wins.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can
and
sort
then
of
the way that you do good ideas is a little girl is like, Wonder Woman, can I be like you someday? And she's like, as long as you hate Palestinians.
and then we're like, nah, maybe not that.
No, we're like, yes, that.
I love-
because she's representing a different type of minority. And since she's doing girl boss shit, which is good for women, it's okay that she was part of a military that does apartheid.
I love the meme that's going on right now. That's like, wait a second, Wonder Woman was around during slavery and didn't do anything.
Also
Yeah.
true of the Transformers. Turns out they've been around the whole time.
Nice.
I just like the one where like Captain America would clearly be like
Oh
a piece of shit.
yeah, Captain America was defending Nazis for a minute there. Oh wait, when did
He
he
doesn't
start?
like German Nazis, but he would have been fine with like Father Coughlin.
For a second there, he was like, "Well, I understand their ideals, but."
Oh, you mean like the American government in World War II? Like, I understand the ethnic cleansing shit, but they've been mean to Britain. Hitler was inspired by
Daddy Britain.
Like the first.
Oh, yeah.
Like the laws where we were like Chinese people aren't allowed to come here ever unless we're making them build a railroad. Hitler was like, that's a good idea.
A fun fact that we should never forget as a society: we had internment camps during World War II.
I'd go ahead and call them concentration camps.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They weren't
call
death camps, but they were concentration camps. And if you,
Ew.
that's where they go.
Yeah, that's the first step.
Anyway,
Just for that's so insane. That if you want, because if you're gonna put a bunch of people in one, literally in prison for being a certain race, they did it to Cubans too when they tried to get to America. Cubans go like in the 80s, they used to go through a fucking camp for like 3 years until they finally get like enough good
Right,
credit
because-
and then fucking released into Miami.
like, well, yeah, we're the good country that believes in freedom. So if you want to leave your oppressive country, you have to go to jail for a while.
Yeah. For years you have to go through which is the worst system to put people through. God.
Also, we have 25% of all imprisoned people in the world and a way higher incarceration rate than China, who's doing a genocide. China is engaged in genocide more actively than us, and we still imprison more people.
God, on paper and in practice, America just doesn't work. I mean,
Anyway, remember that scene in Endgame where they throw the gays a bone by having the guy in the support group be like, and I went on a date with a guy for the first time, even though my husband's dead. And
What?
Captain America's like, good job, buddy.
I don't remember that.
See, because it didn't fucking matter. It was a fucking throwaway scene because these movies got to be big in China. But where I assume they hate gays? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. The government in China is probably pretty bad, right?
I mean, there's like a few ones that are passable, and then that's it.
Like Rojava.
I want to say Switzerland and Sweden.
Well, a little bit of Nazi gold in Switzerland.
Nazi. I mean, what are they going to give it back to the Nazis?
No, but they just profited off of it. There's banks. There's banks in Switzerland, and banks are a bad thing.
Yeah, I guess if your infrastructure is built around banks, it's just a matter of time before you're morally corrupt.
Before you're helping the Nazis.
Yeah.
Like the Bush family did.
One more time.
The Bush family, not HW or W, but I
Further
think
back.
their grandfather or something was profiting from Nazis, and
This is
not because they hated Jews, but because they like money.
This is your daily reminder that Joe Biden was born in 1938. He was around. He was 18 when Hawaii became a state. That's what it was. He remembers.
He remembers when Hawaii became a state.
Yeah. Well, maybe he doesn't.
Well,
but
10 years ago, he remembered when Hawaii became a state.
1938. Why is our government predicated on old white dudes? Fucking old people.
It's old people. Yeah.
Old people should have an equal amount of representation as the government as everybody else.
No, they should have fucking less.
I think as much as they have as population.
Your vote should count inverse to your age, because the shit that we do now affects you and me for 60 more years.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it affects old people for 10, unless I fucking find you, Joe.
You know what I can guarantee
and then give you life-saving blood so you live 12 years.
You know what I can guarantee you? When I am 80 years old, the ideas that I have for governing this country are going to be considered fucking insane to 20-year-olds who are going to have to live with my ideas until they can change them, and then the cycle predicates itself, which is an interesting system.
Or fucking learn some Marxism.
Your answer to everything is socialism.
My answer to understanding history and politics is you
get him.
Well, yeah, but
it keeps not working for the French, man.
If you start understanding, like, basically historical materialism, not necessarily Marxism, because that have flaws, but if you start understanding, like, people do things because they're motivated by material circumstances, if you start thinking like that, you go insane, because all these problems are solvable. We know why this shit happens. We knew it in the Civil fucking War. There were people like Marx was like, here's what's going to happen, basically. And he was wrong about some of it, but he's right about, well, I don't know, I'm not going to say Marx was right about everything, but there's a way to think about this that works. Mm-hmm. And the people who are telling you the right way to think about it don't want it to work, and that's why they're telling you the way they're telling you. That made fucking sense. Great fucking outrage, you dipshit.
You know what fucks with me? How do you like meet a homeless person and then think that it's like their fault and there's not something wrong with them? Like, every fucking homeless person I've met, there have been people who have been like, obviously there's the cool homeless people, and as we all know, but every time I meet a homeless person, it's never like, oh, well, they should pull themselves up from their bootstraps. It's like, yeah, if they can, but there's a vast chance
I don't know
they
why,
can't.
Fucking Protestant work ethic, I guess.
I love the graph of American politics where it's like the Bernie Sanders is in the middle, and then they show you how far right we actually go compared to like
Bernie's
the world.
So fucking reasonable. If you ever like, you're an angry man, so perhaps you've had this experience. You and a woman are both mad at someone, and you don't respond to that person over text, and then the woman is like, thanks for helping us out with that. And they're being super nice to that person.
Yeah.
When you know that they're as mad as you are.
Yeah.
And you're like, which happens because women have to be nicer, and I get away with being like, I'm hard to work with. I'm Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee.
That's what Bernie Sanders is. Bernie Sanders does politics like a woman who's been forced to have to come off as super nice because otherwise your superiors will call her a bitch or something.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders K's you. You really fucked up.
Yeah, if Bernie Sanders is mad at you, he's like, maybe we could like not have people die because there's no insulin, and it's probably a problem that there's kids in cages. And everyone's like, you pie in the sky, retard. That's
it's astonishing how people think that Bernie is like insane left. It's what?
I'm insane left, motherfucker. I will show you.
It's fucking wild. Him and Kamala, not Kamala.
Kamala is bad.
No, not Kamala.
Chris Kamara. James Corbyn?
No, the
Jeremy
girl.
Corbyn.
There's another girl.
AOC.
AOC, thank you.
She's pretty good, but
yeah,
I don't.
She'd be a great Supreme Court justice. That'd be cool.
It's too bad there's only one way to get those guys out of there.
Wait, I mean, honestly, don't get them. It's not worth your time, man.
No, they're gonna. No, they're
get the
they
young
are
ones.
filling them with child blood as we speak.
Yeah, but that doesn't keep you alive.
Yes, it does. 'Cause it's a metaphor.
For you?
They're not taking your They're not drinking your children's blood to stay young. That doesn't work. But they are ruining your child's future by creating an economy where they have the best possible medical care for themselves, and your child, probably works 6 jobs for 6 different rideshare companies.
Oh, yeah, I work full-time with no benefits. By the way, I'd like to... This is your daily reminder that I work,
That we work
60
full-time
hours a week, and 0 benefits. And I work on a teacher's schedule, and teachers have benefits. Which is, I don't think... And the Republican value is, well, then teachers shouldn't have benefits. But I'm not a piece of shit. I think I should just also have some form of benefits. And teachers should probably get paid more than me.
Let's do some role play. We haven't done many voices on this. I'm gonna role play as the ruling class of America. What are you gonna do about it, pussy? Go watch the fucking movie, you piece of shit.
How do you like the MCU? Come on, we gave you Disney Plus.
But I did say I like Marvel, so I do have to say that it is American fascist propaganda.
But I do like it. It's good propaganda.
Oh, it's fun to watch. Cop shows are fun to watch.
Yeah, Cops is a great show.
No, it's not. I hate that show now.
Oh, really? I love Cops.
Because it's a bunch of people in shitty situations, generally.
Oh, yeah, dude. I saw a poor guy get just riding a bike, and the cop was like, he looks suspicious. I'm going to pull him over. And the dude was just riding his bike in the rain, and he's pouring rain, and he's like, can I go home? And he's like, what are you doing out here? He's like, I can't afford a car, you piece of shit. What do you think? And
Maybe
the cop
I could
was,
if you weren't protecting the status quo of property and wage labor. You fucking pig.
the cop was like lighted as a hero for being like, you know what? I'm not even going to do a background check. Get out of here. It's raining. And it's like, what a nice guy for only stopping him in the rain for 15 minutes, probably doing a few takes to get footage of him being a good guy.
And you know what else, though? Insane guy on the Vegas Strip wearing a tutu and nothing else and strung out on drugs. The cops have now fucked his life up further. He's clearly having a hard fucking time, man. And now you're gonna give him some, legal shit to deal with. And that's also not fun to watch.
Will say not 100% of it is the cops, because cops are determined to be social workers, but the solution to that is to fund police less and fund social workers more.
Yeah. Stop having cops. The people who are cops, many of them, are fine people, and it sucks that you're making them do this shit.
I think you should still have cops, but there should be like 8 of them, and we know them all. There's 1 cop per district, and the rest work freelance jobs. Also, the strength of the cop union is fucking insanity. It is horrifying. The cops get paid more than teachers by gangbusters, and their benefits are better. If you're a cop in Chicago, starting wages $80,000 a year. Full benefits, full everything, anything you want. Wage of a Chicago public school teacher, $50-something thousand a year. Literally, just financially. What are you placing?
The bad guys really did win. They're going to fuck themselves eventually, but...
Well, good thing that they won, because otherwise we wouldn't have a podcast. We would have nothing to scream about.
Yeah, we would. It'd be a much more... We would be talking about... We'd be talking about the fucking Little Nas X video. I know I just said Little Nas X, and we can all have... We could, in a better world, make fun of me for that. But we can't, because I got to talk about...
What happened in that Nas X? Lil Nas or Nas X?
Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X is
Two different people.
Lil Nas X is the man's name.
No fucking way.
Well, not his name, but...
I thought there was...
The Old Town Road guy.
I thought there was Nas X, and then I thought there was Lil Nas. I might be just old. Anyways, go ahead.
No, he he fucks the snake from the Garden of Eden and gives the devil a lap dance. And as you can imagine, people are just, oh.
Well, he's gay, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
The devil's a man in this video.
Nice. I didn't. So did he like take lessons? Was he good at it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many takes it took, but.
One of these days, you're gonna have to mention something gay, and then I'm just gonna have to go get like, I'm not. Just get super uncomfortable about it.
No, this is a good segue into my relationship with the Lil Nas X video, because it is my relationship to all gay culture, which is I'm like, that's cool, but can we just can we turn down the saturation and the volume? I'm tired. Yes, the bulge and the tight underpants are great, but the boots are just too fucking much, man.
Oh, so the reason you like Brokeback Mountain is not because of...
Because it's fucking casual and gruff.
You want a Republican gay.
I want to fuck Tommy Lee Jones.
You want a Republican gay guy is what you want.
No, those are freaks.
Well, but those were Republican gay guys.
Not the sex type of freak where they're like down for anything. They're insane.
No, I'm letting you know that both Jake Gyllenhaal and Tommy
they don't
Lee
like
Jones,
black people.
No, they're Republican. They're like, they probably hate black people way more, if we're being honest,
the beauty of
to make up for it.
That there's no scene about that, and I get to pretend that they have used their experiences as a minority to develop empathy. They haven't. I'm sure that they're like I'm sure that if they were to testify in front of Congress, they'd be like, how are all these fucking welfare queens stealing from the government, but you're mad at me for stemming the ropes? What the hell is up with that, huh?
The reason Jake Gyllenhaal actually got beat to death with a pipe is because in the scene before, he beat a black guy to death with a pipe. So they were like, dude, it's 1980. You can't do that. And he's like, I'll suck your dick, you bitch.
No, here, I'm doing real politics.
I'll suck your dick, you faggot. And then they're like, we don't want to kill you, man.
And
but we gotta.
No, I'm doing. You're doing growth. You're gonna do growth.
Oh no.
He got beat up because he was gay, and also he beat up a black guy.
Yeah, no, you can be a bad person.
It's not that he got beat
up
up for beating up a black guy. The shit was.
Oh, so it was just like
I'm saying they're both true.
Yeah, so it's just like just
so like if someone.
It was a Benny Hill sketch. It was the timing is what's really funny about it.
Yeah, and if you play yakety sax, it's less disturbing.
Yeah, he beats a black guy to death, and then he high fives everybody in the posse, and they're all like, "Let's go to a bar after this." And he's like, "Yeah, maybe I can pick up some dick." And then they all just turn to him, and then hard cut.
It's like I thought I was in because I did the racism.
And then hard cut to him dead next to the black guy, and then the next guy goes up for a high five, and he's like, "Yeah, let's go to my Mexican mom's house."
And then you gotta do that
until there's just one guy left, blonde hair, blue eyes, covered in blood.
Right. And that's called
also Christian.
And that's called, I don't know, imperialism or something.
God, what do you got?
Let that be a lesson to you. This is a better version of that poem where it's like, first they came for the so and so, and I did nothing.
Oh, and then they came for me. Yeah.
And then they came. Yeah, right. They're gonna if you are any kind of not perfectly Aryan. As soon as you're done killing another minority, you're getting laid in the same mass grave with them.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Probably you too. You're later than me, but you're going down too.
Oh, I'm pretty late, if we're being honest.
Yeah, but they're coming for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Which is why I fucking. It's such a bold stance to say I stand with poor people. I am also poor. It's never been. God damn it! I'm so mad.
Anyway, Lil Nas X.
Oh yeah, you fucked a guy.
I assume he'd done that already, but.
Rolling the dick.
It's a good video. He pole dances from heaven into hell.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Gives the devil a lap dance, kills the devil, and becomes the devil.
That is actually pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool. And he fucks a snake at the beginning.
Also,
but like a snake dude, so it's not weird.
Music videos from animals are fucking phenomenal. There's one about foxes and there's one about bodega cats.
The bodega cats one.
Meow.
Which feels like cheating.
What?
It's like, how are we gonna fill this line? All I want to say is meow. We'll say ma until there's two syllables left.
Meow.
I don't remember any of the
Bottega one fucks, but the second one had Killer Mike and Big Boy.
Yeah.
So, and there's a third season that has one, but then they got canceled, which is sad.
I mean, they're animated music videos.
HBO knows how to put you together. Let me just say, HBO's got it on lock.
And yet they ripped apart Arrested Development. Oh, rest in peace, Jessica Walters.
Rip. She was funny. Oh, yeah, she was hilarious. I loved Arrested Development. Very good. I cannot tell you another thing she was in, though.
Archer.
Oh, she was
Lucille Bluth. No, she wasn't Arrested Development.
Nice. She was the mom in
Mallory
Archer.
Yeah.
Wow, damn.
And I did see a tweet like, rest in peace, she's got 3 names that I know, and that's fucking Jessica Walters. Rest in peace, Jessica Walters, someone who was so funny as Lucille Bluth that they just hired her to do it again, and it was as funny.
Yeah, no, phenomenal job in all shit.
I'm tired of Tarantino shtick, and no one was tired of.
Oh no, not at all.
Of Lucille Bluth.
They didn't change her character for like 9 seasons.
No, she was a fucking rich alcoholic.
They're done now, right? Archer? Yeah.
They kept it up after the name of their spy agency ended up being terrorists. So
Yeah. No, I think they're done for good though. Now.
other than Jessica, for some reason, other than Jessica Walters dying, or are you saying they're going to end because of that?
No, I feel like I thought they ended like 2 years ago.
I don't know. I thought they were still going.
I think am I crazy? I don't know. I feel like they should end because, I mean, come on. How many seasons do you need of Archer?
Well, less than they've done because it's over.
Yeah, no, I stopped. I really love that show and I stopped watching. Also, check out HBO's Animals. Very, very good. Everybody's in it. It's a wild show. Dan Harmon was in it.
I just keep getting...
He raped a baby in that one, too.
Yeah,
Looking back at Dan Harmon's career, it's just a montage of him raping fake babies. It's like, he did this a lot. How did...
You know what? In a vacuum, these were somewhat defensible, but as a pattern.
It's like, looking back at Dan Harmon's film career, it's just... every scene he's in, every show. Rick and Morty, every episode it happens at least once in the background. What the fuck is happening?
He made them animate him doing that.
Community? How did it get into Community?
Well, you need to do the plugs for the
Donald Glover raped a baby and Dan Harmon had a gun to his head off screen. Crying as Troy Parker. Trey? What the hell is his...
Troy?
Troy, whatever Troy.
Trey Parker's Matt's friend. Whatever. You need to do the plugs because I need to go do to your toilet what Dan Harmon does to baby dolls.
All right, we're out of time anyways. Buy tickets to the thing. Live show. Donate to whatever fund. We'll figure it out.
It'll be in the description.
It'll be in the description. At the Connor Ford, at Kellen_Frank. It's just bits. Get them. Yeah, that's everything. Gang, eat, bye.